Welcome to this channeled energy message post solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. So if you're someone who's been experiencing these ascension-like symptoms, whether it was on the day of or the days following, now that's Friday, such as headaches, maybe you're feeling even more intuitive, connected to your intuition, your higher self, your ancestors. Maybe you have been feeling lethargic, not motivated. This is why. We've been having a lot of planets in this particular sign of Aries, not only just the sun, but the solar eclipse, but we've also have the Chiron, which is the wounded warrior in this sign. Feeling as if you have been wanting to make treads forward, but you've been finding maybe it's been a bit of a struggle. You're wanting to expand, but it's as if you come across an obstacle or a brick in a wall, right? And that's because you have Mars conjunct Saturn in the sign of Pisces. While Pisces likes to go with the flow intuitively, and Mars is your energy of momentum and drive to move, to do things, Saturn is the ruler of structure. It is boundaries. It is also justice and order and doing things in terms from the highest perspective of you, right? Things that are aligned to your morals and values. And what does mean for you individually? With this energy, you're in the sign of Aries, which is that initiator. It's the spark of that flame, right? It is the energy that gives you the inspiration to start something new. Now, with the wounded healer, we're being guided to really look at the things, whether it's ancestrally, right? Or in this lifetime, your own wounds that have held you back in terms of playing small, watering yourself down. Step into your form of leadership and whatever aspect and capacity you hold. So whether you're someone who's in the corporate realm, you are someone who's out in the medical field, you're a mother, you're a father, sister, son, etc. Whatever role you play, there's an aspect of you as a light worker, as someone who is bringing your soul's gifts from past lifetimes, someone who's channeling your higher self and source, divine energy in that divine way of light and being and order. There is also the contrast of the old. And as a leader, you're here to advocate and share what it is that you need. Also, what are your values, your beliefs, and what it is that you want to bring forward around your goals and desires. And so what this looks like is having clear boundaries where you advocate for yourself, what you firmly believe in and stand for, and you let that be known. Also, look at all those areas and aspects of your life where maybe you are allowing yourself to be complicit with behaviors from either, say, bosses, relationships, or even within your own self, where you do not uphold yourself with a whole lot of value and worth. What that looks is like abusive relationships, where maybe once it's been okay to allow somebody to talk to you a certain way, right, or look down on you, and not vocalize how that's impacting you. Now it's like, do I need to stand for this? Is the leader really deal with this? Do I have to? Is it necessary? And guess what? Remind yourself it's not. As a leader and motivator, rather than just doing the old way paradigm of just reaching and looking towards a goal for the sake of the goal, for the outward appearances, really question for long-term growth and sustainability to really cross that finish line. What is it that really lights you up about said thing, said direction, whatever it is you're wanting to step into? When you can really ask yourself what really lights you up, your offers, the way you show up in the world, the things that you have to come across and persevere through, you'll have that internal energy and fire to do so. You'll attract the right people easily without having to justify and explain yourself. And all the people, all the things will come towards you magnetized because you're in alignment. Now, with any big transits, Just like with the moon cycles, the new moon, the full moon's 30 days, right? Or so. The eclipses, Mercury retrograde, all these big portal energies that occur, conjunctions with the outer planets, with Jupiter and Uranus, right, and Taurus. The major transformational energy doesn't just occur on the day of, right? It's like you step into a healing session and you start to reap the effects post haste, right? It's days, and especially with other planet energies, it takes a while. It may take some time. So a desire that you have, no matter how many no's, if it's 100 no's, keep going for it. If you really truly feel that connection within yourself, you feel so attuned to it, you find your way, always coming back to this vision and desire that lights you up, right? Maybe before you're wadding yourself down because how is this going to fit? How are people going to think about it, right? So it stopped you from fully expressing that outward to the people you're here to share that message with, right? The people in your community. But now what it looks like is maybe you're seeing things from a different perspective with a wider view, especially with Mercury going direct, that you get to see how opportunities are opening up for you to apply it in a different way. Sometimes you need to have the right timing, the right place, the right environment, people to bring that out so that those who are part of your soul tribe come through. And so you continue to hold that space and show up and believe in your vision, no matter how many times you have to redraft and redraft and redraft. And even at some point, maybe you have to self-publish it. It doesn't have to look pretty for you to share what it is that you want to put forth. Sometimes it might be a revision, another edition or evolution of your work that you put out months ago or years ago, and now it's coming forward in a different way. Maybe it's going even deeper. An encouraging message here I want to leave you with. As a leader, you will always look at an example from past teachers. You will go through different modalities, ways, and perspectives so that you could get a deeper understanding of your work or the space that you're meant to step into. The thing as a leader is that you will reinvent things. You will not be a copy. You will deliver it in your own way, in your own essence, in your own energy that will resonate again with your soul tribe. And knowing this, give yourself grace. Do not be another copy. You can see the way someone else does it, but take notes and then think about what are the values that you bring forward, remembering that your productivity numbers from how old paradigm ways define success no longer applies to you. The new way order of how God, the universe, has always structured things that we have long forgotten is that you have your own unique codes. You could be someone who is a great salesperson, right? You're a great teacher, but you don't have to be an extrovert and be really out there, boisterous and loud. Just your words and your own authenticity and how you hold yourself and your own confidence and belief in what you carry will resonate outward for miles. And here's a perspective shift. Oftentimes when it comes to salespeople really get attached to the outcome, to the numbers. So when a day comes through, when you have 0 sales, right? No one signed up with you. Rather than defining your value based off of that metrics, remember, again, your inherent value is what's important. Looking at it from the wider picture, what you're going through is an internal change for you to really anchor into the leadership, the strength, the power that you already carry. And remember, the goals and the metrics wasn't the why you started. Ultimately, it is the experience that you want to have, the lifestyle, how you want to feel. That is what drives you. And finally, will always be a 10 out of 10. in every aspect that you are, because it does not change who you are. So this weekend, going into the moon in Cancer, allow yourself to really do your energetic practices that you need to self-soothe, self-nurture, to really come back and pump yourself up, applaud yourself, amplify. Celebrate the parts of you that maybe you brush off. You're patient, you're kind. In a world where doing things out of integrity are celebrated. You're someone who's following spirit. You are doing the ancestral work where your ancestors in the past perhaps they didn't get the opportunity to. And that will transcend volumes beyond just what you're experiencing here, but it will sow the seeds for your generations to come, for the people who will see you stepping into your light and holding yourself strongly. So go for it. You have everything that you need, the wisdom, the codes. Take your time right now to draw inward this weekend and really journal, expand and elaborate, keep dreaming on the visions that you are receiving. How can you allow it to integrate into your cells, into your body through feeling and emotion? And how can you get yourself into that state where you see yourself as a leader and you really, truly believe it, no sense of doubt in that field, and own it? Satnam.